Hello and welcome to this week's Move with Ease. I hope it finds you well and that you have sunshine up in the sky like we do in Kent. So we're going to look at just a couple of things, and the first thing is breathing and humming and how we can use a yogic chant, but it could also be a pop song and hum, and how that humming, whatever it may be, opens up the blood vessels and the breathing airways. So what I'd like you to do is just sit nice and comfortably and have the mouth closed so the breath flows through your nose. First thing I want you to notice is whether your back teeth are together or not. And if they're together, are they just lightly together, lightly closed, or are you biting down really hard? So just notice. If your teeth are together but they're soft, absolutely fine. If they're biting down hard or harder than you would like, then just relax your jaw. So we're going to look at one of the jaw muscles, the Masseter Muscle, after we've done some humming. So a little bit about humming and its positive effects on your breathing. So when we hum with the mouth closed and the sound comes through the nose. Within the nose, the parasinuses within the nose produce nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide has many health benefits, and I can list some of them. So, nasal nitric oxide opens up the breathing muscles. It also is a vasodilator, so that means that it opens up the blood vessels, and therefore you get better transfer of oxygen from the lungs into the blood and then circulated around your body. So that's kind of the dilator benefits of nasal nitric oxide. Nitric oxide also is proven to be a viral, bacterial, and what's the other one? Fungal, antifungal, antibacterial and antiviral effects. So if you breathe through the nose, and especially hum, but we'll get onto that, if you breathe through the nose, then you're enhancing all of those qualities. So the nose naturally humidifies and filters the air, has those nitric oxide, has those antiviral, fungal, bacterial qualities, and it has those dilator qualities of opening up the airways and opening up the blood vessels. So really, really important to breathe through your nose and keep your mouth closed as much as you can. So on to humming. Humming has been proven to increase I've lost my words, to increase the levels of nasal nitric oxide. And therefore, all of those benefits that I've just explained are going to be increased, I think, 15 to 20 fold. So hum as much as you can. Make sure you don't feel lightheaded, of course. And with humming, there are many different, not necessarily religious, but many different chants that are the actual sentence is a kind of a count, an exhale, a count of 10. And what that means is you're having 6 breaths a minute. And again, has a known or researched effect on relaxing the body. So not only do you relax body and mind, but also it enhances your concentration. So let's get on to some humming. So the chant, you don't have to use, you could use any sort of piece of song, anything that you want. But as a yogi, I'm going to offer you the chant Om Mani Padme Hum. and I'm South East London, so I may have pronounced it wrong, so apologies. But again, that is the right length on the exhalation with a slow inhalation, slow, gentle inhalation for 10 breaths a minute. So just a little bit about the mantra. Any repetition of something that sounds peaceful and offers love and compassion obviously is great for de-stressing body and mind. This particular mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, is said to link to kind of enlightenment and purity of body, thought, spirit and word. So what's not to like, really? So you can use that chant, Om Mani Padme Hum, and we're going to hum it. So to hum it, it's So the breath, the inhale and the exhale is super gentle and quiet. There's no deep breathing in through the nose so the shoulders come up for that long exhalation. The body, the breath is gentle and quiet. You can use the mantra that I've suggested or hum any piece of music, any piece of poetry that you like. So we're going to just do that for a minute together. I'm going to use that mantra, so I'm kind of singing it, chanting it in my head. And let's think about doing it 6 times. So again, that magic 6 breaths a minute. So Om Mani Padme Hum, for enlightenment, for clarity, for purity of body, mind and word. Just when you're ready, join in. I could do that forever. So if you've just joined me now, do watch back. So I've talked a little bit about humming and nasal nitric oxide and their benefits. So at the very start, I asked you to just kind of focus with your mouth closed, breath easily coming through the nose, on what the jaw was doing. So whether the back teeth just sat very quietly together, whether they were apart, or whether you were kind of biting the back teeth quite hard. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time massaging, first of all, feeling for the masseter muscle. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to come out a shot. So that's a picture of the masseter muscle. So to the side of the cheek. It's an internal muscle, quite superficial. It's with regard to its strength and size, it's the strongest muscle in relationship to its small size. Obviously, if you think about, kind of eating a stick of rock or pulling meat off the bone, you really have to grip. And one of the muscles that does that is this masseter muscle. So what I'd like you to do is just kind of feel for your cheekbones, so that kind of ridge, and then just below it on your cheeks. Just rest your hands. And just allow the weight of the hands, you're not pushing at all, but just allow the hands to just really sink softly into that tissue. That's just relaxing in itself, hey? And now what I want you to do, which is not as relaxing, is to bite the back teeth hard. And you might feel the muscle popping up. So where you feel that muscle popping up, you might have to move the fingers a little bit, so you're kind of maybe more on the jawbone. And you're again just going to sink the hands in. Not pushing, just sinking. Now we might want to add a little bit of movement, so you might want to just open and close the mouth a little. A bit like a goldfish. Now, if you're happy to, you need to have obviously clean hands, but they're your clean hands going into your not so clean mouth, as we know. You're going to use this pincer grip. Any movement that you do, any kind of self-massage, really super gentle, okay? There's a sinking, a waiting for the tissues to yield before you apply more pressure. So, pincer grip. Just hold to the inside of the cheek. Don't pull yours out. I'm pulling mine out more so that you can kind of get a bit more of a visual. And really get the thumb in, and you'll feel kind of, it's actually a tendon, or bone and tendon, the tendon of the temporalis muscle. You actually feel quite like it feels like a bone. It's vertical, diagonally-ish going upwards. And you're going to come off of that, and then use your fingers, so you're like that, and bite down. Not on your fingers. And you're very likely, if you're back further enough, to feel that contraction of the masseter muscle. Now what I want you to do, now you're on that muscle, relax the teeth, but keep that position, and just softly wait and hold. Have the sense of the thumb and the finger to move gently towards one another. Don't pinch, just gentle. And then you can release and then move up a little. So we're going to cover as much of that muscle as we can. Now, if you move to a spot and you softly compress and it feels pretty sore, don't go above a 7 out of 10 in discomfort. So if it's a 7 out of 10 or above, come off. Or at least, if you don't want to come off, then just release the pressure a little bit. But if it's tolerable, but not painful, tolerable pain, you're just going to wait and hold. And you found a trigger point. Trigger points are found in muscular, skeletal muscles. And they're these like knots, these gluey bits of tension. And they really like compression. Compression relaxes them. So remember, you've got two sides. So you'll work one side, masseter, and then the other side. So have a little exploration of both sides of your cheeks for the releasing of the masseter muscles, and enjoy your humming practice. And just remember, for greater health benefits, to increase relaxation, to increase oxygen within your body, breathe through your nose as much as you can. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.